In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Elf the sacred river ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. The poem Kubla Khan is highly imaginative. In the first part of the poem, the poet narrates to us about a young ruler, Kubla Khan, the grandson of Genghis Khan, who takes control of his capital city, Xanadu. Here, Xanadu has been described as a very beautiful paradise with the sacred river Elf running through huge caverns which are measureless to man. Here, caverns are caves. Okay, the caves are so huge that it has been described as measureless to man. So the river Elf runs through it and finally flowing into the sunless sea or into the dark, cold sea. Kubla Khan can be seen to be a very powerful ruler, as he could instruct or order his men to build a huge pleasure dome by mere decree. Your pleasure dome is a huge hall for recreation. So, Xanadu is not only beautiful, it does not only have beautiful caves, beautiful river, but it also has a huge pleasure dome for the people to enjoy. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground, with walls and towers were girded round, and there were gardens bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree, and here were forests ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. The capital of Kubla Khan, Xanadu, is blessed. It has about 10 miles of fertile land, which is surrounded and protected by walls and towers. Not only that, there are also beautiful gardens through which little streams flows in a curved zigzag manner. And along the streams, there are also trees and plants with sweet fragrance. There are forests which are as old as the hills and are covered with green plants over which the sun shines through it. Can you imagine living in such place? Okay, but we will see the mystery of this place as we read on. But oh, that deep romantic chasm which slanted down the green hill athwart a cathern cover, a savage place, as holy and enchanted as air beneath a waning moon was haunted by woman wailing for her demon lover. In the second part, the poet describes a sloping hill with green plants growing on it, across which there is a chasm or a canyon, or we can say a deep gap covered with green mosses. The poet further describes the place as savage or uncivilized, as well as holy. Now, and one of the strange thing about this place is that as the moon dies off at midnight, the place is often haunted by a woman wailing or crying for her demon lover. And from this chasm, with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if this earth in fast thick pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift half-intermittent burst, huge fragments vaulted like rebounding hail, or chaffy grain beneath the thresher's flail. In this chasm, or the canyon that has been mentioned here, there is unending disturbances going on. Here it says, as if this earth in fast thick pants were breathing. Here, this does not mean um, the pants that we wear, okay? It means breathing heavily, panting. So, as if the earth is breathing heavily or angrily through this chasm or through this canyon, every moment a fountain would be forced out of it. A mighty fountain would gush out from the canyon. As the mighty fountain would gush out with force, along with it, not only water, but also pieces of stones would be thrown out on either side of the chasm. Here it has been compared to fragments of hail or chaffy grain that has been, spread in all directions. And mid these dancing rocks at once and ever, it flung up momently the sacred river, 5 miles meandering with a mazy motion. Through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns measureless to man, and sunk in tumult to a lifeless ocean. Amidst all this confusion, the holy river Elf that has been mentioned in the first part also comes out and flows through the woods and valleys for 5 miles in a meandering or in a zigzag irregular motion. Then the river ultimately sinks with a loud noise into the silent sea or the lifeless ocean.